its kind myrrh is your crimson lips, the taste of manna. If it was told, it wouldn't be believed. So that's a love song. And here comes another one. Du bist mein Sohn. You are my son. Wir marschen und reden sich dein Gestalt, zum ersten Mal von mir abgelehnt. Wenn ich heute nur der Sinn hast du in mir bald, gefielen Schöniglein der Welt. Moide sein Musik, hast verkischt mir, bald ich und dich erkennt. Mein Herz hat von dir regt, gezappelt durch vom Feld, ein geknitztes Drum Geliebte. Hast geschätzt zu mir dein Herz und mein Sohn, ich fühl es noch einmal. Bist mein Sohn, hast bescheint mein Leben, geht jeder Blick in das Strahlen und wie die Sonne kennst du mir euch gern, die Wahrheit von dein Liebesqual. Und wie wir sind entdurch mit ihre Strahlen, mit ihr Sonnenschein, so wirst du mein Mühlenherz auf ewig lieb und heller sein. Bist mein Sohn, was bescheint mein Leben, du wirst mein Sohn auf ewig sein. Und wie die Sinn dringt durch mit ihre Strahlen, mit ihr Sonnenschein, so wirst du mein mir im Herz auf ewig lieb und heller sein. Bist mein Sohn, was bescheint mein Leben, du wirst mein Sohn auf ewig sein.
Good evening and welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill Unitarian Universalist. Welcome to our midweek Wednesday Vespers. Welcome in the midst of the 8 days of Passover. Welcome in the midst of this Holy Week. Our guest musician this evening is Jane Pepler, playing an arrangement of Yiddish folk songs. And since it is the midst of Passover, I chose as our reading, as our reflection for tonight, a poem entitled Passover by Lynn Unger from her meditation manual, Blessing the Bread. Her poem is a reflection, a meditation on that passage from the Exodus story in which God commands the Israelites to daub blood upon their doorposts and lintels of their houses, so that the angel of the Lord will pass over, sparing them from the plague. Then Unger writes, they thought they were safe that spring night when they daubed the doorway with sacrificial blood. To be sure, the angel of death passed over them, but for what? 40 years in the desert without a home, without a bed, following new laws to an unknown land. Easier to have died in Egypt or stayed there a slave, pretending there was safety in the old familiar. But the promise from those first naked days outside the garden is that there is no safety, only the terrible blessing of the journey. You were born through a doorway marked in blood. We are, all of us, passed over, brushed in the night by terrible wings. Ask that fierce presence whose imagination you hold. God did not promise that we shall live, but that we might at last glimpse the stars, brilliant in the desert sky. As we hold in our minds the journey bringing us out from the old familiar, as we imagine that journey, let's hold that image of Passover, of liberation in our hearts. Amen. Shalom.
We're going to do a song now by the famous Naomi Shemer, a Hebrew song, and the translation is, over the honey and the thorn, over the bitter and the sweet, over our infant daughter, grant your protection, good Lord. Over the burning fires, over the clear waters, over the man who returns home from distant places. Over all these, grant your protection, good Lord. Over the honey and the thorn, the bitter and the sweet, do not uproot that which has been planted. Do not forget the great hope. Bring me back, and I shall return to the good land. Grant your protection, good Lord, over this house, over the garden, over the wall. Protect us from grief, from sudden fear, and from war. Guard over the little that I have, over the light and over the young ones, over the fruits that have not yet become ripe, and over those that have already been harvested. A tree whispers in the wind, in the distance a star shoots. My heart's requests in darkness are inscribed now. Please grant your protection for me on all these things and on all that I love, on the silence and on the tears and on this song.
Amen.
sorrow? How have I deserved this? Because my lover is untrue, must I suffer patiently? You may be out of my sight, but you're in my mind. You should have believed me when I said I would be true. Play, musicians, on your strings. Play to make my beloved happy. Let any who want sadness be sad. Until the millstone bears figs and wine pours from them. Until the nettles bear grapes, you'll still be mine. Until the mountains bow down, until the sun loses its shine, until death takes my life away from me, and for even longer than that, I'll be yours.